Hey, it's Lindsay from Buy Sell Love Durham. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of my Tuesday morning market update. It's my opportunity weekly to share with everyone in the Durham region exactly what's happening with real estate. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what is, we've got all kinds of markets. We've got soft markets, we've got really super boom markets, we've got slow markets. And right now we're in kind of a bit of a slower market right now. We're also in the summertime. But I'll tell you one thing, there's one common theme that runs through all different types of markets that is a deal killer. It's called ego. And it could be ego from a buyer, ego from a seller, or ego from an agent. I'll give you an example of how ego, when it's removed from the transaction, just makes it such a great experience for everybody involved. But I sold a house, it actually came together, the sold sign went on last week. I mean, the negotiation was pretty smooth. I know the agent, they're excellent to work with. We ended up coming to terms on a contract that was conditional on home inspection and financing. So with the offer, the agent gave me what's called like a buyer's love letter. And it was a little bit of a letter to the seller explaining who the buyers were, and they have dogs and like all the kind of, we call them love letters. And I mean, the objective is really to try to warm up the offer with a little bit of the background of who's buying the property. What that triggered, which I thought was interesting, was a seller letter back to the buyer telling them how much they loved the house and they were excited about someone new taking it over. The transaction went together flawlessly, the sold sign went on, everybody is thrilled and happy. I've had a couple of transactions in the last few months where the agent or the buyer did everything they could to mess things up and make it a very painful transaction. So you know what's interesting, once you remove the ego and everybody's kind of trying their best to just try to put a deal together so everybody's happy, it's a win-win, that seems to be the ones that I love to work on. Anyways, let's just jump straight into the numbers. We are right in the middle of the summer market. We are in August. As we move closer to September, it will probably slow down a little bit. And then once the kids get back to school, things tend to ramp up again. But in the last 7 days, we've had 217 homes come to market. That's up 26 from the week before. Not unusual that there's not as many buyers out floating around looking at houses, but there's still sellers that want to sell. We had 72 homes leave the market sold conditional. We had 75 homes leave the market sold firm. So in total, we had 147 houses sell last week, and that's down 19 from the week before. So still lots going on, and there is new inventory coming to the market. So if you're a buyer, there's lots of stuff hitting the market for sale. If you got any questions, I can be reached at 905 area code 743-5555, or you can catch me on any of my social media platforms. Have a great week, all of Durham region.